All right. What's up? We're continuing.
Are any of these yours?
No, these are defaults.
Okay,
Like, see right
Ham
there?
isn't you?
MIYY?
Yeah.
Miyamoto, probably, I'm sure.
Okay. And then Ham. It's probably
Yeah, but
probably their landlord.
arcade games didn't have any, like, storage. They didn't have any non-volatile memory. So, like, if you unplug an arcade machine, all that top scores are gone.
Right.
But this is...
That's why a lot of the times old arcade machines will have like top scores etched into the side of the thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
That's pretty great, though.
Yeah. There's
But hold on, let's get into this here. This is Donkey Kong Jr. This time, Donkey Kong.
two Marios.
First of all, yes, two Marios. Are they brothers? I don't know.
They're both red.
But here, Donkey Kong is the one who's been captured by Mario, and you have to play as Donkey Kong's son, Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah.
Whoa. And this one might...
This game doesn't look as good.
This game is pretty good.
Okay.
It's not quite as good.
Okay.
I'll explain some of the mechanics in a second, but it's even harder than Donkey Kong. So here I can climb up one, but I'm kind of slow. But I can tap right, and now he's doing both, and he's like super fast. But
it's vulnerable.
But he's more vulnerable, and also he goes down slower. But if I switch back to one, I can like slide down.
Okay.
I can slide down.
Yeah, you can. It's like a fireman pole.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, those goddamn chompy things are so fast.
Yeah, they are. They're real quick.
Yeah, so the idea behind the story here, again, Miyamoto continuing his story, was, to rotate the love triangle between Donkey Kong and Pauline and Mario, but you can't...
Wait, so you're saying that Donkey Kong Jr. is in love with Donkey Kong?
The thing was,
Sexually?
you couldn't really, because Donkey Kong is such a big sprite,
Yeah.
he's actually like multiple sprites stacked on top of each other, so you really couldn't play as Donkey Kong, so instead you're playing as a smaller Donkey Kong. Get the fuck down! I didn't jump! I did not jump! How dare you?
Fall damage again?
Yeah, it's not as bad in this one, but it's still fucking...
That's good, because you're a monkey. More athletic.
It's more athletic, you're right. Fucking...
Less initial spaces.
Yeah, well, this is the American version.
They caught... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just put a T for your middle initial, and I was like, how can we put a T? That's not my middle initial. Because we basically have the same initials.
Keith, I don't know how many times I can try to explain this. We're not the same person.
We're not the same person. We're totally different people with unique personalities and thoughts.
Get key from Mario. Save your papa. So, interesting thing about this, there's some,
Speculation?
there's some contention about this, in the Nintendo fiction, the Nintendo canon.
The Nintendo mythos.
Mostly because there have been a lot of like translation errors and it's kind of complicated. But basically, the theory that I subscribe to, Keith,
Yeah.
is that Donkey Kong Jr.
Monthly
here,
or weekly?
it's actually quarterly.
Okay. So you've got a quarterly subscription to this opinion. Continue.
Yep. Is that Donkey Kong Jr. here is actually the character that we now today know as Donkey Kong.
Okay.
The good guy Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Which is also one of my favorite internet memes. Is good guy Donkey Kong. Tries to save your papa. Good guy Donkey Kong. This one is fucked. This level is so ridiculous.
I like that guy Clarence that looks like
That's sudden clarity Clarence.
Yeah, I like that guy too.
Oh man, this fucking level.
Then there's that angry wolf, right?
Oh god, don't get me started on that guy. He's great.
Yeah.
Ugh. I've never beaten this board.
Really?
I have not, no.
So you spent all your time practicing the other game and then just this one?
Yeah, fuck it.
You gotta get out of there, son. This looks really hard.
It's super hard.
I believe in you, kind of.
Thank you.
How are you doing right now in comparison to how you usually do?
I'm probably doing about the same.
Yeah? Push those two keys up and get ready to go to the left, right?
Ah!
Oh, you donked it.
I
You
donked it.
So probably the best thing that we ever got out of kicking Andy out of our group
Was
that he said, "Bro, I donked it," and it's now like my favorite thing to say.
I know. I mean, I actually feel bad that I haven't invited Andy to do anything since then, because it's not like I'm not like, no, Andy.
Yeah, it's not
just
it's not a rule. It's just like more trouble than it's worth.
I just haven't thought of anything
To do with him?
Yeah, that he would be good in. I was because when the plan was like, let's do Halo.
What's the Let's Play that I only want to do half of?
Well, no, I mean he could he could just show up like one time.
Well, you can text him now, be like, hey, come on over. We're playing this thing.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. Is that I can't think of anything. Like I don't want Andy on our Mario thing because he's just gonna sit there and bitch about old games. You know, he hates old games.
We can just yell at him the whole time. He deserves it.
Nah.
Come on, we have one episode of just yelling at Andy. This game was made before 2000. This game is more than a week and a half old.
But
even though I'm still playing Jetpack Joyride, like an idiot.
I gave him a. Back when we did Game Slave, which was our greatest invention ever.
Yeah, man. Too bad that we did that back before anybody listened or cared.
Well, too bad we kind of fucked it up. It was way better in theory than it really ended up being.
Yeah, because we didn't take it serious.
Nah, it's just
some of us didn't take it serious.
Yeah, some of us didn't take it serious, Keith.
I took it serious
when you were like, "Yeah, I like Shadow of the Colossus, and that's why I'm not gonna finish it." What? No.
I didn't have time. I was busy.
Go! No! No!
You shouldn't have dropped down.
This game is impossible.
You should have dropped down, you silly goose.
I would have died. I couldn't have dropped down. But the thing about this game is that the controls are not, like, they're kind of clunky. They're not, like... This ain't no whatever game known for good controls. This ain't no...
Super Meat Boy.
This ain't no Super Meat Boy.
Despite what you might think, this game isn't Super Meat Boy.
Forget about what you've heard, people. This game is not
Super
Meat Boy.
Nice. Man, Mario's a real asshole in
He's
this.
a fucking douche. Yeah, so like I was saying is that Donkey Kong came out and it was like a huge success.
Yeah, it took the world by storm.
It took the world by storm.
It took the world by Hurricane Nemo. I guess that wasn't a hurricane.
It's a blizzard.
That was a blizzard.
Blizzard Nemo.
Why are they naming blizzards?
That was just like the Weather Channel. That wasn't a real.
They're
not
like,
actually naming blizzards. Fuck.
But they named Sandy.
That's a hurricane.
It wasn't a hurricane. It was a quote superstorm.
Whatever. It was a fucking fuck you.
It was a super. Hey, look.
It might as well have been a hurricane.
Hurricane is a scientific term. It was
I understand.
not a hurricane.
I understand.
That was
but I think
stupid move.
I thought.
It was a stupid thing.
No,
to
I
do.
was just going
stupid.
I was just going by where his hands were, and I knew that his hand wouldn't touch the sprite. I didn't think about my leg. Fuck this dumb game. This game's okay.
Regitime.
But
it's so weird seeing your initials.
why are my initials there? But what happened to my other scores?
Maybe you got the exact same score.
That wouldn't. That would be such a weird arcade game. It's like, sorry, you don't get on the leaderboard. Someone else already has this score.
Well, maybe it's no. Maybe it's you got the exact same score and it was the same name.
Hey, fella, this score is taken. The score is a married man.
Yeah. This score is spoken for. Sexually. What were we talking about? The last thing I remember was like how weird the word movie is. That's the last thing I remember.
All right. Well,
everything else is a blur.
What I was talking,
who I am and where I are.
What I was talking about was how when Donkey Kong was a big success, there were like a lot of
people sexualizing him.
Yeah, there was a lot of Rule 34 going on for Pauline and Donkey Kong.
There's a lot of Nintendo.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
Dolls.
You know what we didn't talk about was the name Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So there are a couple different stories for this. The one that's wrong is that people think
landlord one
that it was People think it was supposed to be Monkey Kong and that it was like some kind of translation error, which isn't true.
Right.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Come on. But the one that I heard in Ultimate History of Video Games was that when they were creating the title, they basically just went into like a thesaurus and were looking for a synonym for stubborn because Donkey Kong was stubborn.
Yeah.
And they came up with that apparently in the English language there is an adjective donkey that means stubborn because donkeys are stubborn.
Yeah.
And so they just went with that, kind of perhaps not realizing that nobody knows that. Like nobody sees Donkey Kong and is like, oh yeah, I get it. Like he's stubborn.
That's
like,
why I'm so grateful for dictionary.com when it tells you when a word is no longer in use. Like it'll say donkey, stubborn. It's not in use.
Or it'll say
outdated,
like archaic or something.
Yeah, it'll say that too sometimes. But they misread it as arcade, so they're like, oh, perfect. It's an arcade use for stubborn. That's exactly what we're going for.
So that's basically it. It's the donkey in Donkey Kong is
although I do like that the apocryphal version of Donkey Kong's name is basically the same as the story for Derek and the Dominoes.
What?
Where it was supposed to be like Eric and the Dynamos, and it was misread, and they just kept it.
Great.
Yeah.
No, I just like the idea of the translation error because, like, as if somebody would see that and no one would stop and say, "Yeah, this makes sense."
Yeah,
like,
no, I get it.
Thanks, man. Good catch. Like before we went and produced all of these Donkey Kong like cabinet art and everything. Thanks for looking that one over.
Yeah.
But apparently that was a big thing. A lot of like.
I mean, it'd be a totally fine name if a donkey wasn't a totally different animal than a monkey.
There were definitely higher ups at Nintendo that were like trying to fight to have the name changed because like this is a dumb name for a game. This is stupid. And they're just like, no, it has to be this.
Where'd the Kong part? Where did that come from? King Kong? Like Donkey Monkey?
I'm not gonna address this.
No? Why not?
Because you're not really asking.
I am really asking.
Well, of course it comes from King Kong, you dummy.
I don't know. Maybe what? Kong is a word in Japanese, or
He's
maybe
a gorilla.
It's a synonym for another word.
He's a gorilla or an ape or whatever.
Gorillas are apes.
How do I know?
Gorillas are part of the great ape family, along with orangutans and chimpanzees. Duh. Duh.
Thanks, Zookeeper Dad. Well,
there's another. I think there's another.
Zoologist Dad is the worst.
Ugh, get the spider away from me. I hate bugs. Timmy, you know that spiders are not bugs. They're arachnids. They're more closely related to the lobster than to the ant. Did I hate you?
I hate you, Zoologist Dad. Oh, I'm gonna do it! Yes!
You fucking did the shit out of that.
That's great. Oh, suck it, Mario.
Does he have a bow and arrow?
You know, he's got a whip.
I don't know.
Oh, take a hike.
Is Mario a zoologist, Dad?
And we're just back. We're just back here.
Yeah, but it's harder now, probably.
Yeah, it is.
See, look at the double guys on that.
No!
Idiot.
I pushed left, but...
Are we done with this? Or are we moving on to new...
Yeah, we're done with this.
Okay. I mean, we can keep playing if we want. If we have other stuff to talk about.
No, I was trying to think if there was more Zoologist Dad stuff to talk about. There is a Donkey Kong 3.
Yeah.
But Donkey Kong 3 does not star Mario. It stars a new guy called, like, Beekeeper something. He's like a beekeeper.
Beekeeper Ted.
It's like Beekeeper Stan or some shit. It's basically Zoologist Dad. Donkey Kong 3 stars Zoologist Dad.
Catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Actually, flies love vinegar. Shut up, Beekeeper Dad.
Oh, what I was gonna say was that apparently, this is what I read in some book is like, some people that had like bought the, I guess the endorsement stuff. Like what's the thing when you buy the rights to like use like game characters and stuff?
The rights.
I guess, I don't know.
When you use them in other stuff, like when you see Link in a McDonald's commercial,
I guess.
cross promotion.
I guess stuff like that. People paid money for Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong was popular, but Donkey Kong was the villain and Mario was the hero. And then suddenly, like, the sequel comes out, and it's like they changed it around.
Yeah, they switched.
They flipped the scripts.
Yeah,
but
they turned the tables.
Yeah, but I guess later on they decided if they're really going to take Mario and promote him as like Nintendo's mascot, then they had to. They had to dump his mean streak. But I think this is important to just remember going forward.
Yeah,
is that
sometimes, but hey, Mario's not perfect. Sometimes he kidnaps.
Yeah, you remember the part in the Bible where Jesus gets mad and like flips all the tables?
Yeah.
Like this is kind of like that, but for Mario.
Yeah,
like,
when Jesus turned the tables, just like Nintendo did.
You think of Mario as being like just this super sweet guy, this like ultimate hero. But remember, he's got a mean streak.
He has a mean streak.
And you don't want that to come out.
And just like Jesus, he will bring his friend back from the dead out of grief.
Jesus brought a friend back?
Yeah, Lazarus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was one of his lower moments. It was like when Luke used the Force to choke.
If only Mario could cure all those people who went blind after using the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, if only he could bring back all the toadstools that he murdered in the Mario games by jumping on those blocks constantly.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.